Hello students, today I bring for you a new chapter, Biodiversity and Conservation. In this chapter we are going to solve a total of 42 questions which are coming in the previous NEET exam. So let's start the first question. Among the above quadrants, which one is considered the most important causes driving extinction of species? Option A, co-extinction. Option B, habitat loss and fragmentation. Option C, overexploitation for economic gain. And option D, alien species invasion. So here the answer will be option B, habitat loss and fragmentation. Okay, because habitat loss and fragmentation is the most important cause driving animals and plants to extinction. So B option is the correct answer. Question number second. The historic convention on biological diversity, the Earth Summit, was held in Rio de Janeiro in the year. Option A 2002, option B 1985, option C 1992, option D 1986. So here the answer will be option number C, that is 1992. Okay. It called upon all nations to take appropriate measures for conservation of biodiversity and sustainable utilization of its benefits. So what is the meaning of the Earth Summit? What was happened there during 1992 in the Rio de Janeiro? All the nations to take appropriate measure for conservation of biodiversity and sustainable utilization of its benefits. Next question number third. Which of the following is or are causes of biodiversity losses? Overexploitation, habitat loss, fragmentation. Option B, climate change. Option C, overexploitation. Option D, habitat loss and fragmentation only. So here the answer will be option number A, that is overexploitation, habitat loss, fragmentation. All are the causes of biodiversity losses. Question number 4. The 5-carbon compound formed during TCA cycle, tricarboxylic acid cycle, is 5-carbon compound. Which one? Option A, fumaric acid. Option B, alpha ketoglutarate acid. Option C, oxalosuccinic acid. And option D, succinic acid. So here the answer will be option number B, that is alpha ketoglutarate acid. It is the 5-carbon compound formed in the TCA cycle, and oxalosuccinic acid is a 6-carbon compound, whereas succinic acid and fumaric acid are 4-carbon compounds. Okay, so option B will be your answer. Question number 5. The World Summit on Sustainable Development held in 2002 in Johannesburg, South Africa, pledged for option A, collection and preservation of seeds of different genetic strains of commercially important plants. Option B, a significant reduction in the current rate of biodiversity losses. Option C, declaration of more biodiversity hotspots. And option D, increase in agricultural production. So here the answer will be option number B, that is a significant reduction in the current rate of biodiversity losses. Explanation. In the World Summit on Sustainable Development held in 2002 in Johannesburg, South Africa, 190 countries pledged their commitments to achieve by 2010 a significant reduction in the current rate of biodiversity loss at global, regional and local level. So B option is the correct answer. Question number 6. मैचिंग दिया गया देखो, सेक्रेड ग्रुप्स, जूलॉजिकल पार्क, नाइल पर्च और एक होगा अमेजन फॉरेस्ट. यहाँ पर अमेजन फॉरेस्ट है और खासी हिल्स इन मेघालय. ठीक है ना, इन दोनों को याद रख लेना. आते हैं अभी यहाँ पे सेक्रेड ग्रुप्स आपका आ जाएगा ये किस जगह पे? इट कम्स टू खासी हिल्स इन मेघालय. ओके, सो ये चला गया डी की जगह पे, 4th पोजीशन पे. Zoological park is a type of ex-situ conservation. Nile perch is a alien species. And और क्या था यहाँ पर? Amazon forest, they release large quantity of oxygen. Okay, तो इस तरह से होगा. Amazon forest यहाँ पर है और इस जगह पर क्या आ गया आपका खासी हिल्स इन मेघालय. तो इस हिसाब से 4, 3, 1 and 2. Come to the options. 4, 3, 1 and 2. Option B is your answer. Explanation. Khasi Hills in Meghalaya are sacred groves. Zoological Park is an ex situ conservation strategy. Amazon forest releases large quantity of oxygen. Nile perch is an alien species. So B option is the correct one. Question number 7. Frugivorous birds are found in large number in tropical forest mainly because of option A, temperature conducive for their breeding. Option B, lack of niche specialization. Option C, higher annual rainfall. And option D, availability of fruit throughout the year. So here the answer will be option D, availability of fruit throughout the year. Explanation. Frugivorous birds are fruit-eating birds found in large number in tropical forest mainly because of availability of fruit throughout the year. Okay. Question number 8. Panspermia, an idea that is still a favorite for some astronomers, means. Panspermia का मतलब क्या होता है? देखो. Transfer of spore as a unit of life from other planet to the earth. Second, creation of life from dead and decaying matter. Third, creation of life from chemicals. And fourth, origin of sperm in human testes. So here panspermia means option A, transfer of spores as a unit of life from other planet to earth. Explanation. Because some scientists believe that life came from outside. Early Greek thinkers thought unit of life called spores were transferred to different planets including Earth. This transfer of spore was termed panspermia. And still there are some astronomers believe in this theory. Question number 9. Why CNG is considered better fuel than diesel? Why CNG is considered better fuel than diesel? Option A. अच्छा, कुछ स्टेटमेंट दिया गया है, 5 स्टेटमेंट दिया गया और उसके बाद ऑप्शन है, तो मोर देन 1 होगा आंसर. देखो अच्छे से. इट कैन नॉट बी अडल्ट्रेटेड, मतलब मिलावटी नहीं हो सकता इसमें. ठीक है, करेक्ट है ये. सेकेंड, इट टेक लेस टाइम टू फिल द फ्यूल टैंक. नहीं, टाइम तो बराबर लेते हैं दोनों, तो बी गलत हो गया. थर्ड, इट बर्न्स मोर एफिशिएंटली. ये करेक्ट है. फोर्थ, इट इज चीपर. Obviously it is cheaper than diesel. Fifth, it is less inflammable. गलत होगा, high inflammable. So A, C, D are correct one. Option C यहाँ पर आपका आंसर होगा. CNG is better fuel than diesel and petrol because it burns more efficiently than diesel or petrol. It is cheaper and it cannot be adulterated. Okay. C option is the correct answer. Next question number 10. Western Ghat having a large number of plants and animal species that are not found anywhere else. Which the following term is used to notify such species? Vulnerable species, threatened species, keystone species, endemic species. So here the answer will be option D, endemic species. Explanation. Endemic species are those species which are confined to a particular area, such as species found in Western Ghat are not found anywhere else. So D option is the correct answer. Question number 11. Which of the following are true about the taxonomical aid key? की के बारे में कौन सा स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है, कौन सा ऑप्शन? देखो, की आर बेस्ड ऑन सिमिलरिटीज एंड डिसिमिलरिटीज, बिल्कुल सही. की इज एनालिटिकल इन नेचर, कोई एनालाइज कर सकता है की को, बिल्कुल सही है ये. थर्ड, की आर बेस्ड ऑन कॉन्ट्रास्टिंग कैरेक्टर इज पेयर्ड कॉल्ड कपलेट, ये भी स्टेटमेंट करेक्ट है. फोर्थ, सम की कैन बी यूज्ड फॉर ऑल टैक्सोनॉमिक कैटेगरीज, ये गलत हो गया, सबके लिए अलग अलग की होता है. फिफ्थ, ईच स्टेटमेंट इन द की इज कॉल्ड ए लीड, करेक्ट वन. सो ए, बी, सी एंड ई, व्हिच वन इज द आंसर? ए, बी, सी एंड ई. Option D will be your answer. Explanation. Key is a taxonomical aid used for identification of plant and animals based on their similarities and dissimilarities. The key are based on the contrasting characters, generally in a pair called couplet. Each statement in the key is called a lead. Separate taxonomy key are required for each taxonomy category such as family, genus and species for identification purposes. Key are generally analytical in nature. So D option is the correct one. Question number 12. Which of the following is not a method of ex situ conservation? Not a method, okay? A. In vitro fertilization. B. National park. C. Micropropagation. C. D. Cryopreservation. So here the answer will be option B, national park, because national park is a in situ conservation, not an ex situ conservation. And micropropagation, cryopreservation and in vitro fertilization are method of ex situ conservation. Question number 13. Habitat loss and fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion and co-extinction are causes of population explosion, competition, biodiversity loss, natality. Simple. क्या होगा आंसर? ऑप्शन सी, biodiversity loss. Okay, these all are the causes of biodiversity loss: habitat loss, fragmentation, overexploitation, alien species invasion and co-extinction. Question number 14. In situ conservation refers to protect and conserve the whole ecosystem, conserve only high risk species, conserve only endangered species, conserve only extinct species. So here the answer will be option A, protect and conserve the whole ecosystem. That is called in situ conservation. Next, question number 15. Which one of the following region of the globe exhibit highest species diversity? Highest species diversity. So Madagascar, Himalayas, Amazon forest, Western Ghat of India. Option C, Amazon forest. The Amazonian rainforest in South America, which is mostly tropical, has the world's greatest biodiversity. Question number 16. According to Robert May, the global species diversity is about. Robert May के हिसाब से total number of global species कितने हैं? 20 million, 50 million, 7 million, 1.5 million. So here the answer will be option number C, that is 7 million. Okay. Question number 17. In the following, in each set of conservation approach and an example of a method conservation are given. Select the option which are correct match for the appropriate approach and method. Option A, in situ conservation, biosphere reserve. Ex situ conservation, sacred groves. In situ conservation, seed bank. Ex situ conservation, cryopreservation. So here the answer will be option A and option D. Okay, these two statements are correct one. That's why option A हमारा आंसर होगा. Okay. Explanation. Ex situ conservation is the preservation of biological diversity components outside of their natural habitat. It is accomplished through the preservation of genetic resources as well as wild and cultivated species. Cryopreservation, gene bank, zoological park, botanical garden and wildlife safari park are just a few examples. Conservation of species in their natural habitat is known as in situ conservation. It is most effective means of preserving biodiversity. Sacred groves, biosphere reserve and national park and sanctuaries are some examples. So option A is your answer. Question number 18. According to Alexander von Humboldt, species richness increases with increasing area but only up to a limit. There is no relationship between species richness and area explored. Option C, species richness goes on increasing with increasing area of exploration. Option D, species richness decreases with increasing area of exploration. So here the answer will be option A. Species richness increases with increasing area but only up to a limit. Explanation. Within a region, Alexander von Humboldt discovered that species richness increased with increasing exploring area, but only up to a particular point or a limit. Okay, A option is the correct answer. Question number 19. Which one of the following is not a method of in situ conservation of biodiversity? Not a method of in situ conservation. Biosphere reserve, wildlife sanctuary, botanical garden, sacred groves. So here the answer will be option number C, botanical garden. Okay. Botanical garden are an example of ex situ conservation in which living plants are preserved in a human managed environment. So C option is the correct answer. Question number 20. Which of the following is the most important causes for animal and plant being driven to extinction? Habitat loss and fragmentation, drought and flood, economic explosion, alien species invasion. So answer will be option A, habitat loss and fragmentation. Explanation: the most important factor driving animal and plant to extinction is habitat loss and fragmentation. For example, the loss of tropical rainforest has reduced forest cover from 14% to 6%. And this is the main example. Okay, 20 का आंसर होगा ऑप्शन ए. 21. The Earth Summit held in Rio de Janeiro in 1992 was called to reduce CO2 emission and global warming, for conservation of biodiversity and sustainable utilization of its benefits, third, to assess threat posed to native species by invasive weed species, fourth, for immediate step to discontinue use of CFC that are damaging the ozone layer. So here the answer will be option number B, that is for conservation of biodiversity and sustainable utilization of its benefits. Question number 22. All of the following are included in ex situ conservation except wildlife safari park, sacred groves, botanical garden, seed bank. So here the answer will be option B, because sacred groves comes in under in situ conservation, not ex situ. Question number 23. Which one of the following is related to ex situ conservation of threatened animals and plants? Wildlife safari park, biodiversity hotspot, Amazon rainforest, Himalayan region. So the answer will be option A, wildlife safari park. Okay, ex situ conservation refers to the preservation of organisms outside of their natural habitat. Genetic Resources Center, Zoological Park, Botanical Garden, Gene Bank and other institutions are examples. So A option is the correct one. Question number 24. Alexander von Humboldt described for the first time ecological biodiversity, law of limiting factor, species area relationship, population growth equation. So the here answer will be option B, species area relationship. Explanation: within a region, species richness increases with increasing exploration area, but only up to a point, according to Alexander von Humboldt, German naturalist and geographer. Study in South American jungles for a wide range of taxa, the relationship between species richness and area yields a rectangular hyperbola. So option C is the answer. Question number 25. One Mahotsav is a festival of conservation of sacred groves, planting tree in open area, taking oath to protect tree, worship trees. Here the answer will be option number B, that is planting trees in open area. Okay, B option is the correct answer. Question number 26. Which scientist proposed rabbit pupper hypothesis related to biodiversity and ecosystem? Tansley, Alexander von Humboldt, Paul Ehrlich, David Tillman. Here the answer will be option C, Paul Ehrlich. Explanation: it is a hypothesis that describes the condition of an ecosystem in which the loss of substantial number of species has an impact on the functions and variety of an ecological community. Paul Ehrlich proposed this idea using an aeroplane to explain the ecosystem and the passenger as the ecosystem thrive it. Because communities are made up of relatively specialized species with limited ability to compensate for one another. The disappearance of a certain species is critical to the ecosystem functionality. The rate of extinction has an impact on the ecological unit's entire function. According to the Rivet hypothesis, each species lost to an ecological unit can reduce ecosystem services. However, the decline is gradual as more species are gone. Any loss of diversity is immediately visible in this illustration. So, C option Paul Ehrlich is the answer. Question number 27. Tree planting helps in reducing global warming as tree can respire in light, gives out O2, creates SADI thereby cooling the ground, can sequester CO2. Here the answer will be option D. Can sequester CO2. Trees directly sequester carbon dioxide in their stem and leaves as they grow. So D option is the correct answer. 28. Which the following national park is a home to the famous musk deer or hangul? Where the musk deer are found, it is type of national park. So your answer will be option number B. Dachigam National Park present in Jammu and Kashmir. Next, question number 29. Red list contains data or information on threatened species, marine vertebrates only, all economically important plants, plant whose products are in international trade. So here the answer will be option A, threatened species. Okay. Explanation. In the last 500 years, the IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature, red list records to the extinction of 784 species, including 338 vertebrates and 359 invertebrates and 87 plants. So answer will be option A, threatened species. Question number 30. Which of the following is correctly matched? Correctly matched. Parthenium, Hysterophorus, threat to biodiversity, stratification population, Erenchyma opensia, H. pyramid biome. Correctly matched is the option A, Parthenium, Hysterophorus, threat to biodiversity. Explanation. Carrot grass or Parthenium, lantana and water hyacinth, that is Ecornia, are invasive weed species that pose a threat to our native species. So option A will be your answer. 31. Which one of the following is correct for R selected species? R selected species. Small number of progeny with small size, small number of progeny with large size, large number of progeny with small size, large number of progeny with large size. So R species means option C, large number of progeny with small size. Explanation. R-related species are those that produce a large number of offspring and contribute few resources to each individual offspring. They often offer little to no parental care, have high offspring mortality, short lifespan and small body sizes. So option C is the answer. Large number of progeny with small size are called R-selected species. Question number 32. How many hotspots of biodiversity in the world have been identified till date by Norman Mayer? Options are 34, 43, 17, 25. Answer will be option A, 34. Okay. There are a total of 34 hotspots of biodiversity in the world that are identified by Norman Mayer. Initially 25 biodiversity hotspots were identified, but 9 more have since been added, bringing to the total number of biodiversity hotspots worldwide to 34. Question number 33. Which of the following is the most important causes of animals and plants being driven to extinction? Overexploitation, alien species invasion, habitat loss and fragmentation, co-extinction. Your answer will be option C, habitat loss and fragmentation. Explanation. The most critical factor driving animals and plants to extinction is habitat loss and fragmentation. Tropical rainforest provide the most severe example of habitat loss. Option C is your answer. Next is 34. Cryopreservation of gametes of threatened species is viable and fertile condition can be referred to as. Option A, in situ conservation by sacred groups. Option B, in situ cryoconservation of biodiversity. Option C, in situ conservation of biodiversity. Option D, advanced ex situ conservation of biodiversity. First of all, cryopreservation comes in the under in situ conservation. So here the answer will be option C, in situ conservation of biodiversity. Okay. Next, question number 35. In which of the following both pair have correct combination? Both pair have correct combination. In situ seed bank, ex situ national park. Option B, in situ tissue culture, ex situ sacred groups. Option C, in situ national park, ex situ botanical garden. Option D, in situ cryopreservation and ex situ wildlife sanctuary. So here the answer will be option number C, that is in situ national park, ex situ botanical garden. Okay. Some other examples that are ex situ conservation, zoological park, botanical garden, animal safari park, seed bank and so on. In situ conservation, hotspot, biosphere reserve, national park and sanctuaries. So answer will be option C. Question number 36. The species confined to a particular region and not found elsewhere is termed as alien, endemic, rare, keystone. And here answer will be option B, endemic. Endemic species are species that can only be found in a certain natural habitat and are not found elsewhere. So B option is the correct one. 37 question number. An example of ex situ conservation is sacred group, national park, seed bank, wildlife sanctuary. Ex situ conservation का example option number C, that is seed bank. Okay. 38. Given below is the representation of a extent of global diversity of invertebrates. What group is the fourth portion A to D represents respectively? ABCD करके नेमिंग दिया गया है. अब देखो अभी यहाँ पर आते हैं, थोड़ा छोटा कर देता हूँ ताकि आपको दोनों दिखाई दे अच्छी तरह से. लार्ज नंबर में सबसे ज्यादा क्या होता है? एक ही जगह पे कौन आएगा? मोलस्का. ओके, एक ही जगह पे कौन आएगा? मोलस्का. एंड फिर आपका आएगा क्वेश्चन नंबर 38 है ये, है ना? सॉरी, यहां पर क्या होगा? पहले नंबर पे लार्जेस्ट पॉपुलेशन किसका होता है? इंसेक्ट होगा पहला. दूसरा बी नंबर पे आएगा आपका मोलस्का, है ना? थर्ड पे क्रूस्टेशियंस एंड फोर्थ पे आएगा अदर एनिमल ग्रुप. सो ऑप्शन ए विल बी योर आंसर. 38 पहले insects are A, mollusks are B, crustaceans are C and other animals are D. So option A will be your answer. Next question number 39. A species facing extremely high risk of extinction in the immediate future is called extinct, vulnerable, endemic, critically endangered. Option D is your answer, critically endangered. Okay. Question number 40. The organization which published the red list of species, red data book, कौन बनाता है? कौन सा ऑर्गेनाइजेशन? WWF, ICFRE, IUCN, UNEP. Answer will be option C, IUCN, International Union for Conservation of Nature. IUCN is the answer. 41. Which one of the following is not used for ex situ plant conservation? Not used to botanical garden, field gene bank, seed bank, shifting cultivation. Answer will be option D, shifting cultivation. Okay. Question number 42. Last question of this chapter. Which of the following represents maximum number of species among global biodiversity? Mosses and for algae, lichens, fungi. And here also answer will be option D, fungus. Explanation: the overall number of fungal species in the globe exceeds the total number of fish, amphibians, reptiles and mammals combined. So D option is the correct one. And with this we have completed a total of 42 questions of this chapter, Biodiversity and Conservation. Watch my whole video and it will helpful for your preparation of the NEET exam which you are going to face in 2025. And I will bring some more videos, some more questions regarding NEET and CUET and some other entrance exams. Till then, thank you. Jai Jagannath.